Robbery, murder, and corruption are common things that happen around the world. In this film, Viva Riva, we get to see how these three play out in the Democratic Republic of Congo. And in this video, we're going to see what this film is about, who's behind it, and why it's worth going back to watch. Hello and welcome. If you're new here, my name is Hakim. I'm a filmmaker, and this is where I talk about film-related stuff and share some of my work. Today we're looking at a very old film from 2011, I think. Yeah, it's called Viva Riva. It's from the Democratic Republic of Congo, directed by a Congolese guy, the Congolese directors we're going to see later on. And I feel like this film kind of didn't get the justice that it really needed at that time, because it came out at the time when social media wasn't so big. I think Facebook was one of the biggest social media platforms at that point in time. But it carries a lot of immorality that happens in African societies: robbery, murder, corruption. A lot of corruption in this film. It's a crime thriller, African crime thriller. If I'm to put it in that genre, it's an African crime thriller, which a lot of people missed. Of course it is in French for sure with subtitles, but it's worth watching, and it's also available on YouTube, just so you know, for the entire world to watch. So yeah, we're going to go through the trailer, and I'm going to break it down, what exactly is going on, what the story is, and probably maybe why it's worth watching. So let's check out the trailer real quick, and we'll dive into the breakdown as well. Okay, let's see. Trailer starts now. Kinshasa.
Viva!
Yeah.
5, 6, voire $10 le litre.
Oui, biso. Tolukambo.
So about the money. Yep, dollars.
Ngana na pusa pana na kumi na pale boy. $1000 na china mesa kuna me.
Sukina sinyali na bango.
That's our gangster, one of the bad, ruthless guys in this film.
Je vais te faire mal. Oui, Riva.
Our music is kind of like, it's Lingala. It's DRC, so the music explains.
Bongo eza lokola poisson. Suka suka. Ekobomayo.
There you go, that's Viva Riva for you. But anyway, in my opinion, the trailer doesn't do justice to the film itself, but something that I think you would have to go back and watch. But let's first look at what is going on here. What the hell is going on? So this guy here, this is our main character. His name is Riva. So what he does, he's working for his boss who owns this fuel, and the scarcity of fuel in the capital of DRC. Kinshasa is the capital of Democratic Republic of Congo. That country has been in chaos for decades, and it has one of the best natural resources in the world. But that's another deeper hole that we might have to dive into, but not at this time. So this guy called Riva is, he gets into the city. They're desperate. There's no gas. There's no fuel. So he decides to sell. His boss's fuel without his consent. So he's making a lot of money. out of selling this fuel, and what happens is he comes across this beautiful lady. Where is she? He comes across this beautiful lady here. Comes across this beautiful lady, but this beautiful lady belongs to a gangster in the city of Kinshasa. So two problems now already. One, he's already selling fuel that is now his, and the boss is very ruthless. And two, he's going in for a girlfriend that belongs to a gangster. I think you can see how the drama unfolds, and there's so much corruption on the streets of Kinshasa too. So what happens, as you see, I mean, he finds her at a nightclub, and of course they fall in love, but he's digging a deeper hole for himself. Of course, this comes alongside greed, money. He has the money, so he feels he can go for any girl in the city, but the money is not his money, from his boss's fuel. And what happens, his boss starts to hunt him down. As you see, his boss is ruthless. He's got a gun, and this lady we see here in the background is a police officer. She's a police officer. As we all know, in African societies, police officers are usually involved in crime, in corruption, and all that stuff. For most of you, I think, who come from African countries, I grew up in an African country, and the police, for the most part, is not to be trusted 100%. They know the criminals, they know what is going on, and in this film, the director tries to highlight this character, this lady who's part of the entire chaos. And that's the ruthless boss right there. As we may see, that's our guy. This guy is the ruthless boss. He owns the fuel. He owns that oil that Viva Riva is selling. So when he gets into the city, anyone that knows anything about Riva has to go, including this dude, including this guy who was the boyfriend to the girl, is the boyfriend to the pretty girl. He also fell victim because he was affiliated with Riva, because he was trying to hunt down Riva, because Riva is going for his girl. So he's in a way affiliated to the entire circus. So, I mean, a lot of corruption that is going on in this film. And this guy is very, honestly speaking, at this time, this film, and at this point, he was being tortured by the guy because he caught up with him anyway. But honestly, if you enjoy crime thrillers, there's one for you from the Democratic Republic of Congo. We've seen so many crime thrillers from Hollywood, but we rarely see some from Africa. And this is a good one from that time, 2011, and I feel like it's still a good film to watch right now, and it's worth watching. And it's on YouTube too as well, because we have a distribution problem as we speak currently. Certain films, most African films, you don't easily find them anywhere on, some of them make it to Netflix, but the fact that right now Canal Plus, because Canal Plus was involved in this film, by the way. Canal Plus took over MultiChoice. When you look on the people behind the film here, you can clearly see Canal Plus, which currently purchased MultiChoice. So maybe it's a promising thing that maybe Canal Plus will kind of come up with a better distribution platform that will expose us Africans to more African films like this one that a lot of us missed way back in 2011. So let's see who's behind this film quickly. Here we go. So who's behind this film is a director called Djo Munga. That's the director, of course. He was born in Kinshasa. There goes. Djo Tunda Wa Munga was born in 1972 Kinshasa, DR Congo, where he spent his childhood. At the age of 10, he left for Belgium. Oh, he's a diaspora. He studied art school. Later, he joined the National Film School of Belgium. After completing his studies, he returned to Kinshasa, where he worked as a producer, assistant director of various international TV productions, BBC, blah, 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 blah. So how did the film perform itself? The ratings on IMDb are, the rating is a 6.1, which it should be. Usually on IMDb ratings are around here. So that's the rating so far, but I feel like it should have gotten better ratings. But when you go down, it got multiple awards, and I think they also got funding too as well. Got an MTV award, that's nice. LA Pan-African Film Festival, Black Reel Awards, the African Movie Academy Awards. That's a big festival platform, by the way. As you may see, the cinematographer is probably maybe Belgian or French. It got quite a bit of awards, and as you may see, it's a pretty, it's old, but it did well for its time. What was the budget? Let's see, what was the budget? How much did it make? Box office made 60,000 and 168,000 in total. It's not a lot of money. Opening weekend was $10,000 and 1 hour 38 film. At that time, it's not bad. Of course, they put in more money. I feel like they put in more money, but that's the unfortunate thing around African films, that sometimes they don't make a lot of money, and that's why sometimes they're not picked up by big streaming platforms. But we'll see what the future holds. If you like the content in this video, give it a like, subscribe if you haven't subscribed, and I'll have more videos like this about films that come from Africa. I'll see you guys in the next video.